What's going on, everybody? It's that time again. It's Sunday. Rep Your Team Sundays. I'm your host, Tony B. Those that follow me on my YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I do these videos every Sunday with all your favorite sports teams and more. If there's any topics, any sports things you would like for me to talk about, please comment or send me messages. Let me know what you think in the world of sports, and feel free as well to comment on anything that you feel different opinion wise, or you want to debate about in a friendly, healthy debate about what's going on in sports as far as your teams, what's going to happen, and more. And those that follow me as well, on Wednesdays or Thursdays I do encouraging videos to help motivate us throughout the week. So with that being said, I'm not going to prolong it. Y'all know what I want to get into. Those that followed me last week, I didn't do it. I got pretty busy last week, so I'm back doing it this weekend. Football, you got OTAs going on. My Cowboys are back, along with other teams. They're getting ready for off-season workouts as well. Pretty soon, training camp is getting ready to happen. Baseball is still going on. My Yankees are looking pretty decent so far. But I want to get into the topic at hand. Yes, you probably see it to my left, and that's basketball. I'm looking at these highlights. I want to talk about what's been going on in the NBA. This playoff right here, the NBA playoffs of 2018, has been probably one of the best playoffs that's been going on in a long time. Reason why I say that is this. For the first time ever, I think they said since 1979, you have two teams in the conference finals going to Game 7. Now, in years past, you might have had teams like, it might have been on the West that might have went 7, or it might have been on the East that might have went 7, and whatever other side didn't go 7, they either ended it in 6 or 5 or whatever the case was. But in the LeBron era, I think this is the first time in a long time that he's going 7 games. So I'm not sure, don't quote me, but in Game 7s, LeBron steps up and does his thing. But I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I want to talk about what happened last night with the Western Conference first. Rockets got punished last night in the second half. They were close, because I kind of fell asleep on it. But they were close in the first part of the game. But when the second half got here, Golden State looked like Golden State. They just went on the run, and it just was nonstop. And I think what hurt the Rockets the most is not having CP3. But I believe he'll be back Game 7. But I'm going to go ahead starting with the East. Cavs, Celtics. Now, those that have been following me, you remember I told you my pick when the whole playoff started was Golden State versus Boston. Now, I'm still sticking with that pick. And for God's sakes, the LeBron fans have been coming at my throat on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, well, mostly Facebook. Just LeBron this, LeBron that. I'm going to say this for the record. I don't dislike LeBron. I don't hate him as a player. I respect him as a man for what he does for the community, for the kids. But the things that bother me about LeBron is his fans. Like, y'all put him on this pedestal more than what he really is. But I'm going to just leave that alone. Anyway, I said I believe the Celtics will win this game. And I believe they will win it in 6. Didn't turn out in 6. It's going 7. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you my pros and cons of what I believe is going to happen in each series and what my final result is. Boston has not been playing good on the road all postseason. They struggled on the road, but at home, they're a completely different team. They gel together, they play together, they play Boston basketball. Cleveland, however, on the other hand, they've had some games where, with the exception of Toronto, which they swept them 4-0. Some games they won on away, and some things they haven't won away. So they've been kind of up and down too. It's been kind of a seesaw. 1 minute Cleveland's hot, next minute they're down. Same with Boston. I think what it's going to come down to is this, because somebody told me LeBron is 10-3 in Game 7s. So the one thing the Celtics did not want to do, and I said this to people, they did not want to go Game 7 with the likes of LeBron with the Cavs team. I'm still sticking with my pick for the simple fact that I believe Boston will upset Cleveland, because everybody expects Cleveland to go. But realistically, I believe for some strange reason, the basketball guys is going to look down on Cleveland. to make a story behind this and somehow allow the Cavs to get into the finals. That's what I believe. I mean, if you think different, you let me know. But I'm still sticking with my pick of Boston coming out of Game 7. But I believe the basketball guys is going to look down on LeBron, and all of a sudden he's in the finals again for the 9th straight time, which they will lose if they get there. Moving on to the West. Golden State and Houston. That series has been up and down because you look back in Game 1, Houston lost Game 1 at home, but they won Game 2. And then Game 3, Houston beat them at Oracle, and Houston lost Game 4. So it's been you get what I'm saying, the up and down that's been going on. I believe for some reason Golden State's going to win, but that's my pick. But don't count out Houston because it is in Houston. But keep in mind, Golden State has beat Houston in Houston already in the series. So I think it's going to come down to that game. I think it's going to come down to whoever outdoes the other. It's going to come down to the second half. I believe Golden State's going to pull it off. I believe Rockets will probably pull it off. It can go either way, but I'm sticking with Golden State. So that's my picks between the conference finals. I'm still sticking with Golden State versus Boston. If it happened, don't say I ain't tell y'all so. But for my brother James' sake, I hope Houston pull it off because he's suffered enough in the playoffs. But we'll see. We'll see how the basketball guys look now. Some people been saying they would like to see Houston versus Boston. Some people have been saying Golden State versus Cleveland. Some people have been saying Houston versus Cleveland. We'll see. I really think it's going to be a different finals this year. I think it's going to be Boston versus Golden State. That's what I really believe. Sorry, LeBron. But I had one question in my final closing for you guys. When it comes to playoffs, I wonder, is it a psychological thing when it comes to teams and home court advantage? Because you look, like I give you an example of what I was saying earlier. In the Boston and Cleveland series, Boston took the game series at first 2-0 because they were at home. But then when they got to Cleveland, they played like a completely different team. So I'm wondering from you guys, is there some kind of psychological edge to teams when they don't play at home? Is it a mental thing? Is it something with the crowd? I'm wondering what is it, because it seems like every year in the playoffs we have a seesaw situation with really great teams. Some people believe is for the revenue that's caught up in those theories or whatever, and then you got some people who believe it's fixed, all kinds of things. So y'all let me know what y'all think, but I'm still sticking with Boston versus Golden State. That is my pick. I'm not changing my mind. Cleveland fans, LeBron fans, get off my back. I'm sticking with Golden State versus Boston. Y'all can be salty. Decide what you want to pick about the team, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Otherwise, this is another recap of Rep Your Team Sundays. This is Tony B. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what you think, even far as the home court advantage. What does it does to each player? Somebody let me know. Y'all give me y'all opinions. All right, take it easy.